another example question. So this one here, we've got a scenario. 2 marbles are randomly selected without replacement. So if you have a highlighter, that is super important, without replacement, from a bag containing 4 red and 2 blue marbles. Let X denote the number of red marbles selected. So we've got to find a probability distribution for this scenario. So the idea being, and this should be like you hopefully remember from, or probably like year 8 probability, is we start doing tree diagrams here. So we think about the first one, and if we're considering our first selection, we can pick red or we can pick blue. Okay, so we've got our first step of our tree here. Now, to get a red marble, there's 4 out of 6 in the bag is red. So we've got a 4 in 6 chance. We're assuming they're all even here, and that means this other outcome has a 2 in 6 chance. Cool? So then if we get a red marble, so we've got this red marble, we've picked out a red marble, there's now only 5 marbles left in the bag. Okay, there's only 3 red marbles out of 5. So if we want to pick another red, there's going to be 3 reds left in the bag of 5, or there will be 2 blues in 5 there. Okay, now this other one here, if we pick blues, we've got all 4 reds from the start, we're still in there, so we've got 4. Well, and so picking a red, we've got 4 over 5, and then here we've got picking a blue, and this one here would be 1 over 5 because we picked a blue in the first one, so there was only 1 marble left. So these outcomes here, we would say this one here is picking a red, then picking a red. This one is picking a red, then picking a blue. This one here is picking a blue, then a red. And this one here is a blue, then a blue. So in this space here, we've got the chance of this top outcome happening, the red, is going to be 4 over 6 times 3 over 5. So we multiply those probabilities. So 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 5 is 30. All right. Our next one there is going to be 4 over 6 times 2 over 5 is going to equal 8 over 30. Next one here is 2 over 6 times 4 over 5 equals 8 over 30. And then our next one here is 2 over 6 times 1 over 5, which is going to equal 2 over 30. Okay, so this gives us all our outcomes here. Now, we've got to consider, this is the next bit that's sort of important, is X here. I'll change colour for this. So our variable X denotes red marble selected. So in this top one, we've got X equals 2. This here is X equals 1 because there's only 1 red. This is X equals 1, and this is X equals 0. So now it comes to our probability distribution. So we're going to make this into a table. It's just the easiest way to do a discrete representation. And so we've got X here. We've got 0, 1, and 2 are our options. All right. And then our next step here is probability of X equals whatever that X value is. So X equals 0, X equals 1 or 2. All right. And we had the chance of 0 happening was 2 over 30. All right. The chance of 1 happening was 3 over 30 and 8 over 30. So it's going to be 11 over 30. Hang on a sec. I must have stuffed up somewhere because 2 over 6, 4 over 5. That does not. Okay, so my error here is 2 over 4. That's 8 there. Right, that makes sense now. So this is going to be 16 over 30. And then our next one here is our top one, which is if we got 2, it's 12 over 30. So just poor notation there that I didn't read that number right. So now we've got our probability distribution. So find the probability distribution of X, we've done. Illustrate the probability using a graph. So pretty much we're just going to take this value here, this straight down, and I'm just going to put it up here so it's easier to draw our graph. So our graph here, we're going to have our x-axis. All right, we're going to have our probability. All right, and then we're going to consider these values here. So we've got 0. I can make these doubles. All right, 0, 1, and 2. All right, and then in this particular space, we should consider, it's easier to consider a decimal when you're doing these if you want, or we could just go, I really need a multiple of 4 here because 16. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'd usually draw this further, but this is a nice multiple. So if that's 16 over 30, this here is 8 over 30. This here would be 4 over 30. And this is how we can break these up. So 0 was 2. So straight in the middle here, we've got, that's our 2 over 30. Our next one here is 16 over 30. So it's going to go up to there. Graphed that. And then our next one is our 12 over 30, which is this one here. All right. And we've now done our graph. Looking at this, if we were looking at it straight off the tallest one here, we've got our mode. And I'm going to tell you right now, because 16 over 30 is more than 50%. We've got 2 over 30 is not 50%. So once you add these two together, this will actually be the median as well. All right, thanks guys.